Today's episode is brought to you by Mazars.
SoundCartel.
From SoundCartel, I'm Nicole Goodman, and this is Business Essentials Daily. Keeping up with new technology is not just for enthusiasts or developers. If there are new tools to improve process or customer experience, you want to be first to market with it. That's the message from James Smith, CEO of digital agency Smith Brothers Media. And he's very blunt when he tells me why staying ahead of the tech game is so important.
Simple answer, if you don't, someone else will. Unfortunately, with technology increasing in its ability to help people so quickly and rapidly, once someone experiences a better engagement or a better customer service through technology, that becomes the expected norm. And if you don't keep up with it, you'll very quickly find yourself in the old, outdated category where you're not performing to the levels of expected customer experience.
So what are the benefits then for SMEs of regularly implementing new technology?
Regularly implementing is quite a challenging one to kind of think about, because it's not necessarily just about regularly implementing, but changing the mindset of allowing technology to assist and to help. Steve Jobs used to say it, let's find a solution for the customer, let's fix the friction and build technology to suit it. Let's not find cool technology and make it work for the customer. Let's actually find what the problem is first. So taking that mindset of understanding what friction is in a relationship with a customer or a process or logistics, and trying to remove that using smart technology. So regularly implementing it around a couple of key areas are really important. Communication, security, overall efficiency, and time and money are probably the key aspects to look at. Just a couple of points on some of those which are really important. Communication is now getting noisier and busier, so being able to simplify those different channels into one is incredibly powerful, but also being able to strengthen and build consistency in the way that you communicate across these many different platforms. Technology can be a great tool for that. Security, people often think of cybercrime and all these things and the danger of, all of a sudden systems going down, but it's actually even bigger than that. One of the biggest problems companies are finding is not necessarily the financial fallout of a day of not being able to produce anything, but it's actually the reputational damage. So security is more important than ever with social media and the ability to suddenly your customers getting out there and complaining and leaving reviews. Security is even more important than ever. Overall efficiency. We're now working in a post-COVID world where we're not all in the office. So even more important are those project management tools or the ability to run logistical planning and updates across not just an individual single office, but in a digital remote way. And I think that's a really clever way that technology is able to assist a lot of businesses in producing and becoming more effective and efficient. And then lastly is time and money. The famous saying, time is money. It's so true. And with the cost of labour increasing, as much as we probably don't want to say it, jobs cost money. And if jobs can be replaced with technology, then that is going to be an incredibly profitable and very valuable thing for a business, so that remaining cash can actually be used in other areas and employ people to do things that technology cannot do. And that's going to really allow growth in a business.
Okay, so we've decided to implement some new technology. What's the process for bringing staff along that upskilling journey, would you say?
First of all, the technology's got to solve the problems. Like I said before, technology for technology's sake is not going to help anyone. It's just going to add more stress, hassle, more things to do. Whereas if it's actually helping solve a problem, reduce time or create a better outcome, will make them keen to get involved because it's going to help them do a better job or make their life easier. So that's a really key point, is making sure you're choosing the right technology for the right reasons. Training. I'm a big advocate of making sure you have a technology champion or a new initiative champion to make sure that there is accountability around making sure things are not just rolled out but are consistently kept up. And then the final one, which is a really interesting point, is quite often we think of bringing in technology and that's it, done and dusted, but actually it's being open to change. There was a CEO who once said, bringing in a new system and putting concrete all over it and locking it down, making sure everyone works on it, that's going to work in the short term. But unfortunately, you've then got to dig the concrete back up again. So having a mindset of change and being aware that technology is rapidly evolving and being comfortable with reviewing how well it's working and adapting it and changing processes is going to be one of the keys to actually implementing it successfully long term.
So then how can SMEs stay on top of the latest technology? Where should they be looking?
First of all, look at themselves. Look at what they're doing. Where is the pain? Where is the friction? Technology is there to try and help reduce friction, whether that's in communication, customer relationships, delivering outcomes, logistics, whatever it might be. So highly recommend speaking to your team, everyone, all stakeholders, and understanding exactly what are the problems, what are the challenges they're facing. If they had a magic wand, what would that look like? And then it's those magic wand questions and answers that you go out and you look for the technology, or you can even build the technology. And quite often you'll find there's these new apps and new things to help business. Those have all been born out of people finding friction points and building a solution to it. So encourage you not just to implement it, but maybe be the instigator of change and create your own.
That was James Smith, CEO at Smith Brothers Media. This episode of Business Essentials Daily is produced by the team at SoundCartel. Thanks for listening. I'm Nicole Goodman. We'll bring you more Be Daily tomorrow. Follow at BE Daily Podcast across social media and head to bedaily.com.au for more from the Business Essentials Daily podcast. SoundCartel. This episode was brought to you by Mazars. To find out more, visit mazars.com.au. That's mazars.com.au.